patriarchy. Moving on to the introduction. Matrubhoomi, a nation without women, is a 2003 Indian dystopian tragedy directed and written by Manish Jha. It explores the consequences of female feticide and infanticide, which might be seen as the epitome of gender-based violence. Somebody is being killed even before they are born in case of female feticide just because of their gender. They are not even being given a chance. And the movie is set in an Indian village in 2050, and in this village, by the time it's 2050, there has been so much gender-based violence, so much female feticide and infanticide that there are no women anymore. The village is populated by men, and there are only a few women. They are all elderly women. The situation is so dire that the men have nobody to marry. They have not even seen women in their life. They have not even interacted with them apart from a few elderly women, and they have become like so. It has taken a toll on them. They no longer know women. They no longer understand women. We have so many women in our nation today, and there are so many men who still don't understand women, still don't respect them. Imagine these men. They just have, they don't have any respect for women, and because of no women being there, they have resorted to cross-dressing and for the entrance of other men, and then smuggling pornographic films from other nations, and also bestiality. So there are no women, so they are just raping animals. And key themes of the movie are gender imbalance, societal collapse, fraternal polyamory, which is when one woman is married to multiple men who are all brothers. We will come to that later. And bride bind. It is a critique of patriarchal norms and gender discrimination. The message of the movie is a stark warning advocating for gender equality and value for women. So the movie is basically telling you, okay, if there is female feticide and infanticide, what might happen in the future. Next slide, please. So this is my thesis statement. Matrubhoomi defeats patriarchy by exposing the systematic nature of gender-based violence and the dehumanization of women in a dystopian society. The next slide. This is the theoretical framework that I have used. So it's Simone de Beauvoir's theory, women as the other, Kimber Crenshaw's intersectionality theory, Gayatri Spivak's subaltern theory, and Stuart Hall's representation theory. Next slide. And this is the methodology that I have used to analyze the film. It's qualitative analysis, thematic analysis, and critical analysis. So now I'll actually analyze this movie. So in this movie you have a wealthy man. His name is Ramchandra, and he has 5 sons. He has a lot of wealth, but it's still difficult to find a bride for all his sons. So he is unable to find a bride for his sons, and his eldest son is a school teacher. He'll be working in his school one day, and his colleague comes, and he's like, "मेरा ब्याह पक्का हो गया, 14 साल की मस्त लड़की है." And now this eldest son is so jealous. How did he find a bride? Like there are no women only. How did he find a bride? He goes to his colleague's marriage, and in that marriage, it turns out that this 14-year-old bride that was there is actually a boy dressed as a girl. And why were these people doing that? Like why are they dressing their son as a girl and getting imagined with this man? It's because now it's in this world it has been, the tables have turned. Before, the bride's family had to give dowry. Now it's like the groom's family is giving money to the girl's family so that they can marry her, because there are so few women. Like the practice of bride buying has started. So for the purpose of money, they do all this. They try to trick this colleague of the elder brother, and he comes to know, and the marriage is cancelled. But we see how in this dystopian world, women have been dehumanized and they have become a commodity. Their sole purpose is just reproduction and satisfying men, and they are literally being bought, purchased for the bride's family gets money and the groom's family gets this commodity. That is what is happening. And we have the protagonist of the movie. Her name is Kalki, and her father Ramcharan comes to know about Kalki. So he comes with the Rishta, and Ramcharan is I will give you a lot of money. Ramcharan says this to Kalki's father. I will give you a lot of money. Get your daughter married to all 5 of my sons. So she is married to all 5 of Ramcharan's sons. And then Ramcharan, during when the wedding is over, Ramcharan tells his sons. These sons have a discussion. Okay, Monday, like the elder brother will have sex with her. Tuesday, it's going to be the second brother, then the third brother. And the father is like, you got married, but I am the one who got you guys married. So I will also like, this bride of yours is going to be like wife of mine as well. So even this father-in-law rapes the bride. He also treats her like his wife. So the concept of consent is like not in the minds of these people. And when Kalki tells her father, she writes a letter and she tells him, yeah, I'm being abused in all these ways. The father comes and Ramcharan is like, okay, I only gave you money for my 5 sons, right? I will give you money for my side also, then it's okay, no? And the father is like, yeah, okay, like if you're paying me extra money, you as a father, you can also have sex with my mom. And that's what happens. But there is one son, the youngest son, is a bit nice to Kalki. He kind of understands the concept. He's still not fighting for her. He's still not fighting against her brothers. He's not going against this patriarchal system. But we have a sense that in the future he could have fought for Kalki. But the brothers get jealous. They are like, because Kalki is very close to the youngest brother because he's nice to her. He loves her. She loves him as well. And there is a sense that he would in the future fight for her. The brothers get jealous of the younger brother and they kill him, but they pose it as a suicide. So they get away with it. So we see all these forms of gender-based violence in the movie. We see psychological, sexual, physical violence. Like of course she is beaten. She tries to run away. Kalki tries to run away, and she is caught, and then she is tied to a couch. She is tied in a cow shed with chains and everything. And when she is running away, a low-caste boy will be working in the house of Ramcharan. He will be helping Kalki in running up. So these husbands of Kalki, they murdered that low-caste boy, and then these people from like the so-called lower caste, they are still being oppressed in 2050. By the way, they are like, okay, we got to take revenge on Kalki. So they all enter that cow shed where she is being like she's being imprisoned, and they all gang rape her. So as a punishment. So again we see gender-based violence as a punishment in this text. And yeah, of course it mirrors the depiction of actual gender imbalance and actual gender-based violence. It mirrors real-world issues like female infanticide, systematic gender violence, rural marginalization, and calling for urgent societal norms. So of course, like I said, I'm using Kimber Crenshaw's intersectional theory. Kalki is oppressed not just because she is a female. The fact that she comes from a rural background, the fact that she is not very literate, she doesn't know how to read and write properly, all of that plays a part in her oppression. So it's not one thing that oppresses you. There are multiple factors that come in when it comes to oppressing a person. And that's how I'd like to move on to the next slide. So yeah, the conclusion. Matrubhoomi critiques the patriarchal systems that perpetuate gender-based violence, offering a chilling depiction of the potential societal consequences. The film depicts the oppression faced by women in rural, socio-economically disadvantaged contexts, advocating for an intersectional approach to understanding gender inequality. By depicting a dystopian future, Matrubhoomi confronts the normalization of violence against women. The narrative highlights how patriarchal systems dehumanize and commodify women. The film urges dismantling oppressive structures, fostering gender equality, and promoting societal reform to prevent such dystopian features from becoming reality. So I was talking about Stuart Hall's diffusion theory of it as well, which is like how you create reality through meaning. And this film is trying to create a reality with less gender-based violence, less female infanticide and femicide. That is the aim of this movie. That's what it tries to do. And of course, I was talking about the concept of the subaltern as well. So we can see that the protagonist Kalki, she is like doubly marginalized. She is is like marginalized of the marginalized. Her family is poor, so they are already marginalized. But then Kalki as a poor woman is even more marginalized. So she is the subaltern, as Gayatri spoke and stated. Next slide, please. The findings. Commodification of women is central, as seen in Kalki's forced polyamorous marriage and lack of autonomy. Kalki's suffering is compounded by intersecting oppressions of gender, class, rural isolation, highlighting how systematic inequalities overlap. The representation of Kalki's abuse demonstrates how patriarchal societies justify and perpetuate gender-based violence. Kalki's plight reflects the influence of poverty and rural marginalization in exacerbating